Hey, hope you all are doing good today. We're going to just dip into the energy for a little bit here, just for a spell. I'm on a tight timeline today, so this won't be my usual deep drop, but I wanted to make sure I touch base with you all. We're going to do a next 72 hours just to open up the energy for the week and at least our week here. We start midweek. We start on hump day at BroadCoven. So let's just see what's coming in here. We're going to get sort of an overarching theme to the themes themselves that will be emerging over the next 72 hours that will really be setting the tone for when Mercury retrograde comes in. I'm already feeling that pre-shadow Mercury retrograde energy. I do think this is going to be quite a potent retrograde cycle. There's a lot that's going to be coming through for reevaluation, but also re-envisioning here. And I do think we're all really feeling the drag of that energy right now, even as timelines are kind of speeding up with Jupiter being in Cancer, and also that shift we've had from Uranus into Gemini. It's sort of shaking things up, even as there's sort of a little bit of a drag on the energy. So if you're feeling like your energy is a bit out of that calibrated state, you might want to do a little epsilon modulation, balance yourself out, get your energy right. Understand where you may be not getting enough rest or not showing up for yourself in the way you need to. So maybe you do need to address a little bit of some self-care today, or selfish care. Go ahead, be selfish, pour into yourself, pamper yourself, let yourself have a day off if you can afford yourself that opportunity. But whatever pocket you can find there to just tend to yourself will be in your best interest, and just drop into your energy a little bit and see what's there. Is it yours? Is it yours? Do you really identify, resonate with that energy you're feeling in your body? If not, maybe it's time to just really do a little clearing out of the cobwebs, pouring into yourself, filling up your coffers, also maybe putting up a little shielding, put a little demarcation with some warding salt across your thresholds, do some smoke cleansing, and drop back into your own essence again. All right, let's see what's coming in here. Some of you may be feeling that, a little hanger on energy here. Yeah, we got the mummy here. It's time for change, time to move out of a state of restriction, time to move out of a state of feeling so bound up within yourself, tired of being in this place of telling yourself a story that you're stuck when you're really not. It's a tale as old as time. You've been telling yourself that for far too long. And with the moon quickening here, okay, we are going to be having that full moon in Capricorn coming in on the 10th. So not long. This is one of the things coming in here. There's something that is signaling a big change here. I feel like it's been a repetitive loop. Again, it feels like it's carried over lifetimes. Something here could have its roots in ancient Egypt. There could be a connection there coming through pretty strongly. But something seen that maybe wasn't seen in that lifetime is being balanced out right here, right now. It's all about to go down with the timelines collapsing and merging into the one way forward. And the thing with the timelines collapsing and the one way forward, it's like we're all on the same timeline, whether we recognize it or not. The interdimensional perspective is a direct result of whether you have eyes that can see, man. Okay. And so as people start to wake up to the reality of who they are, where they're at, what they're here to do, then that's when the timeline comes into view with yours, collective, or vice versa. Okay. So where you're feeling out of alignment with people, it's all really just a shift in perspective. It's not even really a different place at all. It's all here right now. You just either are aware of it or you're not. And more people are going to come on board with that. More people are going to see, oh, I'm not as held back as I think I am. I actually can move forward here. Some of these people are people that want to catch up with you, collective. They have a different perspective. They realize that they've been sort of telling themselves a story that's held them in place for too long, and maybe they're getting a more broad view of a situation. They're starting to see something with more expansiveness rather than the limitations they've been looking at it with here. Pulling out the oracles today. I just felt drawn to them. I don't always feel drawn to them, but I did today. So let's bring it in. Yes, yes. In this space, in this pause, in this place in between, even as everything is moving, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. You are the generator. So get rooted, you see, create a little force field around yourself. The force is with you. It just waits upon your commands. How do you want to use that force? Use it to create a pillar of light around you that is as strong as the trunk of an ancient redwood. Allow your feet to get really rooted into the earth. Let the roots grow from your feet, from your root chakra, and merge with this vision of this tree, and you will find that your energy starts to shift a lot. You'll begin to realize, wait a minute, I'm not really in the dark here. I do have full agency, full power, full inner authority to decide what I want to root here, what I want to grow from here. And the strength that it has is all self-generated. But if I don't allow myself to take care of myself, I can't work my alchemy in the right way. And then if I'm working my alchemy from this place of being ungrounded, of not being in a full place energetically, because I'm spilling out my energy through distraction and on worthless pursuits, okay, then I'm not going to be able to be at the cause of the light I want to build in my life out of this time where I feel like I'm sort of wandering. Okay, we're all in this wandering space. This is coming in with the number 26. Breaks down to 8. So this is an alchemical moment here. There is something happening. This is a moment of great power, a power that you haven't realized, held, or wielded in the past, but you're coming into now. And so as you do, these dark influences, things that have been hidden in the dark subconscious influences, also memories of times when you didn't have the strength, are going to try to hound you. They're going to try to haunt you. They're going to try to pull at you. They're going to try to distract you. But you don't need to get sucked into that, man, because you are the generator here. But there is a need for recalibration. I do pick that up very strongly, all right? You have the strength to overcome whatever it is you're facing right now. You have a lot more power than you recognize, but until you unplug from these distractions and get yourself recharged, you're not going to see that. It's really important that you see that right now. Okay, this is kind of like a covering energy here. Yeah, see, you got a blind spot. You do not see your own power right now. And there are people out there who do not see their own power right now. And so they're out there and they're doing stuff like using the power they hold in a really destructive way. They're out there, oh, I'm going to hex you. I'm going to bring a pox upon you and your entire bloodline. And they don't recognize. It's like, man, you're just effing with yourself there. It's your blind spot. What a waste. What a waste of your power. Look at the comparison here. You're working with this little candle here. Collective's working with this pillar of light. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? And then you wonder why things like misfire. You wonder why things go awry. You wonder why you feel so confounded. Come on, man. Get with it. And the irony is we all can be here. We can all be here. We, the people, can all be here, man. But too many are operating out of this space. It's a dying way, man. I'm telling you. And yes, that is a message that's coming in on more of the grand scale, more of a macrocosmic level. But we have to understand we're not separate from that. We may want to dissect ourselves from that, but we're not separate from that. We're all at cause here. So what are we going to generate, right? This is what's under review, and you're being asked in terms of your own little bubble that you operate in your reality tunnel that you get to form, you get to shape, and you get to direct in whatever way you choose, that you direct it toward building this pillar of life. And watch how your life circumstances, your material circumstances start to shift, because it is a very fertile moment for those who do have eyes that can see and are ready to direct the force in a way that is truly progressive here. All right. Very quickly, this flame that burns will be snuffed out. I'm telling you, it's rooted in something that's a blind spot. It's once somebody sees it, they'll realize how much they bound themselves with this kind of activity. That's how it's coming through. On the Mick and the Mac, man. Okay, let me do a little cut of deck energy here, see what we got. Yes, do you see? Seeing the true you. This is what's happening. This is a moment of alignment where the illusion is being seen through. Like, people are going to start to really recognize, oh, wait, I've been doing all this kind of stuff. I've been trying to operate, behind the scenes in the shadows. I've been operating out of my shadow. I've been moving in this way, thinking I've been affecting someone else. And I realize the only person who's getting hung up here is myself. This is what's happening with people who've been moving this way. And it's a good thing. It's going to start to dawn on them more and more, because we have to remember, with the age of the Kali Yuga, the whole objective is to wake people up from those blind spots, to illuminate the things they haven't seen, to expose the truth. And so somebody here is going to start to get the memo. They're going to start to see the truth of who they are. And this is justice, okay? It's alignment. And it's to bring the light back in balance with the shadow. Both are essential. Light and dark are needed for this whole experience. It's a balance of those polarities is what creates the unity or the way through. It's not to eschew it. Both have value. But when they get out of balance, that's when the power is distorted. And this is what's being restored here, okay? As more and more people start to see through the illusion, all the storms they were generating will be nothing but a storm in a teacup. And they'll recognize, wait a minute, as they look into those reflective inner waters of the subconscious. Oh, I've just been trying to bring something within myself up out of the mud and the muck so I could experience the unfoldment of the lotus. That's who you truly are. You're the jewel in the center of that lotus. So why do you choose to stay in the mud and the muck? Who's it harming? Only you. Who are you? Oh, I've been tricking myself all along as I've been hanging out in Ishtar's descent, and now I'm ready for my big, bold vision, that everlasting life and all that wants to come through me. I have stripped myself of my adornments I've seen through the trickery, and I now see myself with clear eyes. And here it comes, the sweet nectar, the elixir, the amrita of life. And this is where you are going to build your community from this new place of understanding. So this is about a realignment, building a new future, and discovering where the true sweetness is. And it's not idle, this vision that is starting to hatch from having a clear view of who you are is moving you into productivity, okay? This is an active force. It's not something that sits idle, okay? Ooh, I just saw this on the bottom of the deck. And it's the shock of the new that moves you out of the crossroads, moves you into a state of activity. And yes, your voice matters. You do too have a purpose, and you also play a role in this. So sing about it, write about it, speak about it, start your own channel, get out there and do you, because you have something important to share. And what you start as what seems just a little seed, it will grow many fields of dreams in the way it sparks that same inspiration in others' minds, all right? Look at that. What you allow yourself to pour through you is what allows all new things to grow here. Really beautiful energy. Ace of Cups. It is going down right now. Okay, let's see what we got here. Just going to get a little clarification line here from the tarot. But I like this energy. So do look for some of your blind spots to be lit up over these next 72 hours. Do look for a shift in perspective and a revisioning of how you want to use your energy moving forward. Do look at what we were viewing as a major, storm ripping through your life is actually nothing but a storm in a teacup. And maybe you've been generating these storms yourself in some cases, and now you can free yourself from that pattern. And you can whip up that energy in a new way that causes a new strength and rooting of a vision, a big, bold vision that you're able to actually see now because you have blind spots. Right? 1611. Woo! Justice. Yeah. It's one of those moments like, oh my gosh, it's all been here all along. Justice on the scene, the balancing point between the shadow and light. Something has reached a place of being balanced out here. Big Libra energy coming in there. Okay. Maybe coming in Libra, just because seeing the true you came in with that number 29, breaks down to Libra. Could be somebody is finally seeing you as you truly are. Maybe they had a misconception that was related on the blind spot, and that's being lit up for them now. Right? Potentially this could be around a Leo, right? Could also be around an Aquarius. So yeah, big Leo energy, could be Leo rising. Okay. Bring in some signs here. All right, that card just, okay, we got some stuff that fell on that blind spot, quite a bit that fell on that blind spot. Yeah, bottom of the deck. Something is definitely being balanced out in a situation where there's been a lot of inequity. I see that. It hasn't been a fair arrangement here. Somebody is resisting the moving forward. I see this with the 8 of Wands in reverse. Also, we have to remember it's a retrograde cycle. So a lot of this is germinating right now. Not wise to act on it just yet. There's still somebody in a position of power who's trying to hold things up in a situation. Hierophant in reverse, big, strong Taurus energy because it's coming in with the world in reverse. And Taurus is a fixed sign. Could also include a Leo, could include a Scorpio, or an Aquarius in this situation. So all these energies did come out. This could be a group of people or a group of people that are in a position of power that are using that power in a destructive rather than a constructive way, trying to block a way through to completion. Certainly this can be going on the worldwide stage. We see this happening. The mighty are falling. We're seeing it happen. It's something that's been evident for a long time, but a lot of people are really starting to recognize the dismantling of what's going on here, And as we do, we will find a way through to successful completion. But right now, there's a lot of blockage. And the key is the keys. We have to set ourselves free. And the first place that begins to set ourselves free is in our minds. Do you see? We have to free our minds first, then the healing can come. But this does really require us to start to move forward in such a way that we are acting from a place of that new understanding of truth. Truth as we embody it and how we're meant to express it and bring it forward here. All right, so there is a rushing forward. What's crossing blind spot? This, the correct use of power. Ace of Wands. Right? This energy that's being set in motion right now is going to carry us into the fall. So do be mindful of that as things start to roll out here. This is a process of slowly recovering the light, slowly peeling back the veils of illusion and seeing what we've been blind to before. Also seeing the truth of us, the truth of others, a lot of communication coming in, but being trickled in, okay? It's not coming in all at once. So this point will come, all right? But there's a hold up right now. And this point is a point of somebody finally rushing forward, the communication being delivered. Okay, so I do feel like there's this piece, right? This came in like the message you have to share. Your voice is important. And certainly it could be something that you are delivering creatively. It brings healing for many. But this can also be going down in your own, relationships, your own social dynamics. It's also happening on a big collective level too, where the collective is going to choose to cut off what has been keeping us in a state of stagnancy and illusion. And we're going to really discover what we need to do to create healing and celebration, cut through that red tape and move forward as we need to valiantly defend the truth too. And what are we trying to protect here? Well, we're trying to protect the dawn. We can't waste the dawn, man. And when you think of that phrase, we can't waste the dawn, it's not just about the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It's the dawning of our own truth and how we live it, how we embody it, and how we use it as a guidepost in our life for how we use our energy, what we contribute, everything we're bringing forward here. By fall, it does put some kind of power in our hands, but right now we got to redress this balance here. Let me do one cut of the deck, see what we got, cap this message off. All right, Page of Wands to the 10 of Wands. You see, there's this power that gets put in our hands and it has something to do with using our voice. Page is the messenger, okay? But first, there's a need to liberate oneself from the oppression, also the misuses of power, and, taking all this burden that's been placed upon our backs and putting it where it belongs. It's up to you to make that determination, though, and maybe that's what you need to figure out.